The minor scale is another kind of diatonic scale because it also has 5 tones and 2 semitones. That is 5 whole tones and 2 half tones, right? In furtherance to the features of a minor scale, the minor scale has the minor third. So from the tonic to the median is 3 semitones, and 3 semitones is a minor third. Now, this is a minor scale, and we'll talk about the features of the major scale, right? But this is just like a little recap to help us compare the two scales, okay? But let's talk about the technical names. Of course, they are all the same, except the 7th note, which is subtonic. So in major scale, the 7th note is leading note, right? Okay, it has the semitone movement into the tonic, right? But in the case of this kind of minor scale, it rather have a tone movement into the octave, just a tone movement. And if it is major, it will sound semitone. Now, the sound, major scale sounds a minor scale. So kinds of minor scale. Basically, we have 3 kinds of minor scale, and they are the natural minor scale, the harmonic minor. In harmonic minor, you have a raised 7th. The movement from the 7th note in this case is a semitone. It's leading back to the tonic. But in the natural minor, the movement is a tone. We have another one, which is the melodic minor. In this case, you see that when you are ascending, the 6th pitch and the 7th pitch will be raised, but it will be restored when you're coming down. And of course, the same thing we have here on the bass staff. So that's the melodic minor scale, right? So in the natural minor, you have in the harmonic minor, you have, and the melodic minor will go, okay, you have a task here. If you know the answer, put it in the comment section. To answer the second question, you can just type the letter name. You don't really need to notate it by the way of staff notation. What is the name of this scale? So of course, you look at for the notes that make up the scale, and of course you check for the accidental, and most importantly, you want to ensure that the tone and semitone patterns conform to a particular scale. Apparently, it has 2 flats, and the 2 flats naturally suggests the scale of B flat major, right? But let's look at the arrangement of tones and semitones in it, and look at where the music starts. It starts from G, right? And when you look at the tone and semitone pattern, you see that this is tone, this is semitone, and that suggests a minor scale, right? So it's G minor scale. So then we have, but if it's major scale, you have, right? Because more is not a typical pitch of a major scale. It's a G minor scale, and the progression is. So identify this scale. That's question 1. Turn it into a minor scale if it is a major scale. So if it is a major scale, turn it to a minor scale. And if it's a minor scale, turn it into a major scale, right? So looking at it, of course, it started with G sharp. To answer this question, look at the tone and semitone pattern, and that will give you the idea of what scale you are dealing with. So let's say from G sharp to A sharp is a tone, right? And from A sharp to B, it's a semitone. So that should be a minor scale, right? Because it's supposed to be a tone there. Let's look at the intervals so that you see the interval arrangement this way. You have tone here, you have semitone here, you have tone here, you have tone here, you have semitone here, you have tone here, you have tone here. So definitely this is a minor scale, right? So it's a G sharp minor scale. Now, turn it into a major scale. Of course, you use relevant accidentals, right? So let's see. So you have sharp here, G sharp, you have A sharp, the tone, A sharp to B sharp is another tone, B sharp to C sharp, that is a semitone. Remember, B sharp is the same thing as C. Now C sharp to D sharp, a tone, D sharp to E sharp, another tone, E sharp to F double sharp, right? That is a tone, because E sharp is the same thing as F, right? So from E sharp or F to F double sharp is a tone, and from F double sharp to G sharp is a semitone. So you've successfully turned this minor scale into a major scale. So technically, what's the difference between this scale and this scale? So it's the same thing as A flat major, right? You can compare the pitches and they are all the same. Now let's see, G sharp is the same thing as A flat. A sharp is the same thing as B flat. And now let's look at F double sharp. It's the same thing as G, right? Remember accidentals, you can go back to this channel to watch my video on accidental. If you want to go further to turn this scale into a harmonic minor scale, let's see how it goes. So your knowledge of accidental is also very important here. So let's see. So you have A sharp, and that's a tone, and we want to have a semitone between A sharp and B, right? There's a semitone between the second and the third note of a minor scale. We have a tone here, a tone also, and F double sharp, because the seventh pitch is always raised on the harmonic minor. So naturally, when you look at the scale from here, you have F sharp in the scale of G sharp minor, right? But we want to raise this pitch further with a semitone to conform to the arrangement in harmonic minor. And that's why we have F double sharp to G sharp. So this is G sharp harmonic minor scale, and this is G sharp natural minor scale. Let's talk about the relative relationship of the diatonic scales as a major and minor scales. So what's the relationship between them? So apart from the aforementioned similarities between the major and the minor scales, which are the diatonic scales, they share other similar features. Every minor scale are derived from the sixth pitch of the major scale, and from the sixth note. So the sixth note, which is La, is the beginning of the minor scale. It's the tonic of the minor scale. So it means that the submediant of the major scale now becomes the tonic of the minor scale. So we now have it as the tonic of the minor scale. The tonic so will now be like. Now we have another task here. If you know the answer, put it in the comment section, alright, and we'll take it from there. Now let's answer the question together. Alright, the question says, identify the relative scale of the following scales. So of course, to answer this question, the first thing to do is to identify what scale is it. If it's a major scale, then mention the relative minor, and if it's a minor scale, mention what relative major scale it is. Alright, let's see the first one. Okay, we don't have key signature here, but we have one flat on B, and the first note of the scale is F, right? So this F major scale. So what's the relative minor of F major? Remember to count 6 notes forward, and the 6th note is D. So the answer is D minor here. Now let's look at the second one. Okay, we have 4 sharps, and the tonic is on E. Alright, so this E major scale, right? If you are not sure, you can check the tone and semitone pattern. If it conforms to tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, that is for major scale. Otherwise, you can suspect any of the minor scales. So this E major scale. Now, what's the relative minor of E major? Of course, you count 6 notes forward, and when you do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is C sharp minor. So the relative minor of E major scale is C sharp minor, right? Now let's look at this one. It has key signature, and to make our work easier, the tonic is A. So this is A major scale, because the accidentals here is telling us that in this scale, C is sharpened, F is sharpened, and G is sharpened, right? If this is A major, what's the relative minor? Again, you count 6 notes forward, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, not F, because the key signature has already told us that anywhere you see F, you sharpen it, right? So it means this is F sharp minor. The relative minor of A major is F sharp minor. Now let's go to the next one. We also have key signature here, 1 sharp, and the tonic is G, and that's G major scale. Of course, to probe more, check for the tone and semitone pattern. So this is G major because it has F sharp. The question now is, what's the relative minor of G major? So you count 6 notes forward, or count major 6th forward, and when you do that, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's E. So this is scale of E minor. Or count minor third backwards from the tonic, depending on what you want to go for. So we have another one with 2 flats as the key signature, and 2 flats naturally means the scale of B flat major, right? But the scale does not start from B flat, but rather on G. So G is actually the minor third. We're going to be talking extensively on interval in our subsequent videos. Watch out for it. So G is a minor third below the tonic. So if this is B flat major, the minor third below it is G, because the tonic is G, and when you look at the arrangement or the tonality, the way it sounds, so this scale is a G minor scale, right? So not B flat major, right? Now let's go to the next one. We have 5 flats here, but the tonic is on B flat. Ordinarily 5 flats means D flat major, right? But this scale starts a minor third below the tonic of D flat major. So D flat major is the relative major of B flat minor scale, right? You have a task before you. Answer the questions and type the answer in the comment section, right? The first one, convert the scale below to a major scale. So what do? Because you use accidentals, right? This is A minor scale. So want to ensure that the tone and semitone pattern conforms to that of a major scale. So it means, in this case, you're going to construct the scale of A major. A major has 3 sharps on F, C, and G. So put sharp on F, on C, and on G, right? So you have A minor, and A major will sound. So you have a minor scale here, and you have to convert it into a major scale. So this is a C minor scale because the tonic is C. To convert it into a major scale, of course, we want to eradicate the flat signs so that we have natural pitches. So what do? Play up the flat signs by placing a natural sign on the notes, right? And you have your C major scale. So but C minor. The next question says, convert this major scale into a minor scale. This is D major scale, right? So you identify it as D major scale, and you want to convert it to D minor scale. Of course, you use accidentals. That's, you want to remove the sharps and put the right accidentals. D minor doesn't have sharps, but it has 1 flat, the relative minor to F major, and F major has 1 flat on B. So this is what you do. First of all, remove the sharp signs by putting natural sign on F and C. The next step is to add the flat on B. So let's talk about minor pentatonic scale. In the previous video, we've talked about the pentatonic scale having 5 pitches, right? A minor pentatonic scale is similar to a major pentatonic scale, but with little differences here and there. Of course, in a minor pentatonic scale, you have the minor third. So from the tonic to the next note is a minor third, 3 semitones. Unlike major pentatonic scale, from the first note to the next note is a tone. Now let's look at this. This is a G major pentatonic scale, right? Now the question is, what will the relative minor look like? Of course, you start from E and build a minor third from E and the notes Re and Mi and So. So G major pentatonic will sound, and E minor pentatonic will sound, F major pentatonic scale, and the minor pentatonic scale. Alright, that's a D minor pentatonic scale. This is A major pentatonic scale, right? So you have, and A minor pentatonic. So from the tonic to the next note will be A minor third, So we need a natural sign here, right? And you have the next note, and the next note we also have a natural sign there, right? So that we have